My name is Reggie Rendal, and I'm an account manager at xFusion. What's a cultural misconception about your country that you personally disproved through your work, and how did it feel to challenge that stereotype? Good question. I think one misconception I've come across is that people from the Philippines are just yes people, always agreeing without speaking up. But through my work, I've had plenty of moments where I voiced my ideas and taken lead on projects. It felt great to show that we're not afraid to contribute and challenge ideas when needed. It's been empowering to break that stereotype and prove that we bring a lot of value to the table. Share a story about a time when you went above and beyond for a client, putting in extra hours or effort. What motivated you to do so, and how did it impact your sense of purpose? So there was a time when I was still in customer support, and I had this one customer who wasn't very tech savvy. So we were going back and forth over email, and even though my shift has ended, I didn't want to leave him hanging until the next day. So I offered to hop on a call, and we got everything sorted out. We don't usually do calls since it's a non-voice account, but he was super happy. And it reminded me how going that extra mile can really make a difference. It just felt so good, to to know that I helped him out. Can you describe a moment when you felt your work at xFusion was truly making a difference in someone's life or business? How did it affect your commitment to your role? Good question. One standout moment was when I led the implementation of a self-service feature for an online fitness account. It helped the support team cut down their workload on common questions and allowed customers to efficiently track their orders without needing any assistance at all, reducing inquiries by 50%. It made things more efficient for both the support team and the client. Seeing how much of an impact that made on the business definitely boosted my commitment to finding more ways to improve process. It's a fun time, for sure. Can you share an experience where your fluency in English surprised a client or a colleague? How did it change their perception of international professionals? So there was a time when I was on call and onboarding a client who didn't realize actually I was from the Philippines until much later in the conversation. They were surprised how fluent I was in English, and even mentioned that they were hoping that the support agent with on board for them would speak at the same level. Pretty sure it was a nice compliment. It really shifted their perception of international professionals, showing that location or where you come from doesn't really determine the skills or the communication ability. It just felt great to break that stereotype and represent that kind of talent that we have here in the Philippines. Describe a situation where you had to adapt quickly to a new technology or method. How did your adaptability challenge the stereotype of inflexibility? There was a moment when one of our clients decided to switch to a new chat application, a new platform that was really gaining popularity due to its features and pricing. It was a bit challenging since the team was already comfortable with the old system. Who does, right? But we knew we had to adapt to stay competitive. In less than a week, we managed to successfully migrate, even though we initially thought it would take a month. It was surprising, actually. So we actually showed that with the right mindset, we can adapt quickly to new technologies. Can you share a story about how you maintain a strong internet connection despite challenges? How has this reliability impressed clients? Philippines, we have a lot of storms, right? There was a time when a major storm hit, causing a lot of disruptions in my area, and I knew that maintaining a strong internet connection was very, very crucial, especially since I had like back-to-back meetings with clients on that day. You know how hard it is, right? I quickly set up a backup connection using my mobile data and found a spot with better signal. So you have to be very, very prepared. You should, if you have a plan A, you should have plan B or even a plan C just in case. So my clients were impressed because I was able to stay connected and handle everything smoothly despite the circumstances. There was a bit of a brief pause, obviously, when I got disconnected, but it just reinforced their trust in my reliability, showing that I'm committed to providing consistent support no matter the challenges. Tell us about a time when you took the initiative to learn a new skill that wasn't initially part of your job description. How did it benefit your team and clients? Good question. There was a time when I realized our support agent needed to assist a customer in improving their workflow automation. This hasn't been done yet before because we serve a client that handles calendar scheduling, right? So, particularly with testing calendars and triggers using a system called Zapier. So, I took the initiative to learn the basics of connections and triggers, doing a lot of small testing at first to ensure I understood the, um, the basics or semantics of it and how everything works. Luckily, Zapier was designed to be user friendly, so I was able to pick it up very quickly. This not only streamlined our process but also impressed our clients, even the customer, with our improved efficiency. It felt great to contribute in a way that went beyond my original job description. Can you share an experience where you successfully managed a crisis or unexpected challenge for a client? How did it showcase your problem solving skills? So, back when I was doing support, there was unexpected outage of the web app in the early hours, around 2 or 3 a.m. Back then, the client slash developer at the same time was already resting, and as tickets starting to pile up with customers all asking about the same issue, system is down, what happened? It was a tough time. It was a tough time, and simply I just took the initiative to notify our customers that we were experiencing an outage and that we were already investigating the problem. By communicating proactively, I was able to ease the customers anxious tone instead of like leaving them hanging while we work on a solution, keeping them updated on the progress itself. It really showcased my quick problem solving skills, I would say, and commitment to keeping everyone informed during a crisis. Can you share a story about how you built strong, lasting relationships with clients you've never met in person? I've built strong relationships with clients I've never met in person by simply showing genuine interest in their business and thinking of myself as the business owner. Adopting that mindset allows me to understand their needs better and approach challenges with empathy. There's one client whose business partner, a customer I had assisted multiple times when I was still a support agent, recognized me at a conference. I'm not even there. At a conference where my boss attended. Being acknowledged by someone I had never met in person was simply amazing and reinforced the impact of the connections I had made, not just for the customer but for the client. And to top all of that, my boss, who's the CEO, was also impressed with that acknowledgement. It was a very good experience for sure. Can you share a story about how you've maintained professionalism and a structured work environment while working remotely? Good question. As an account manager who works remotely, maintaining professionalism and a structured work environment has always been crucial. I set up a dedicated workspace that's free from distractions, which helps me stay focused during meetings and while handling tasks at the same time. I also established a daily routine that includes regular check-ins with my team and clients to keep them, to keep the communication flowing. One time during a particular busy week, I organized like virtual meetings to align our goals and to ensure that everyone's on the same page. That structured approach not only kept us organized, but also fostered a sense of teamwork, even from a distance.